Welcome back to the Lowell Rickert Show and the Lowell Rickert Network. Uh, Phillies lost again today, 11-6 to Toronto. Hernandez for the Phillies, 3 and 2/3, 11 hits, 7 earned runs, a walk, and 2 Ks. Papelbon came in. He was like the second relief pitcher in. He pitched an inning, no runs, hits, errors, walks, or strikeouts. Brad Lincoln for the Phillies, 2 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, and 3 Ks. The lineup: Revere 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs. J. Roll, who's in some controversy right now. Trade talk: 1 for 4. Utley 0 for 4. Marlon Bird 0 for 2. Ryan Howard 2 for 3 with a run scored. Chooch 1 for 3. And Cody Ashley 1 for 2 with a homer, 2 runs, and an RBI. J.A. Happ, former Philly, he's with the Blue Jays. He pitched 2 and 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Jose Reyes, 2 for 4, 2 runs, scored an RBI, and Jose Bautista, 2 for 4, 4 RBIs, 2 runs, and he hit a homer. Him and Sandberg aren't really getting along, but from what I saw, reports, quotes from Ruben Amaro, they're not going to trade J-Roll, but there seems to be, to me, Sandberg don't really care for J-Roll's attitude, and it has to. He wants to change the culture of the team, and there's been a couple of year stretch where he's been where Charlie Mantle did bench him for not hustling and stuff. So and I guess Sandberg knows all about that. So I guess he wants to not let that happen, get that taken care of now. Deshaun Jackson on the Chip Kelly, from reports, they're saying they're not trading him. Everybody's not trading him, but like CSN Philly reported yesterday, Eagles are looking for at least a 3rd round pick, and there have been 2 teams that have talked to the Eagles about them, and that's San Francisco and the Patriots. I personally wouldn't like it because if I'm the Eagles, I want a number 1 receiver in return for on top of the draft pick. So to me, that wouldn't make, and he's coming off the best year of his career. Year before last, this past year, he had his worst year ever. And before that, he had a break. He had a good season in 2012. No, 2011. 2011 he didn't. 2012 he didn't do nothing. 2013 he had his best year. So, but I guess the attitude is malcontent and is starting to get to people. But all number 1 receivers, your best players, do get under people's skin, do have an attitude and stuff, but I like it. I like him. I like him. I want him on my team. I don't want the Eagles to get rid of him. So we'll see how that plays out. Um, as I said, the Flyers are red hot again. Beat the defending Stanley Cup champs. Currently 6 in the East, and if you go by points, they're 4 points behind the Canadiens in 3rd. There's plenty of games left. Giroux's been on fire. Right now, he's 4th in the league in points, 5th in assists. Steve Mason, the goalie, 6th in wins. Flyers. In the special teams, they're 10th in the power play, 7th in the penalty kill. They're tied for 8th in scoring and 12th in goals against. Now I want to get into. I don't know if a lot of you want to fight this, but I know for years and years and years, even when I was in school, the private school, parochial school, Christian school debate. I know in the 70s, Millersburg couldn't get it past like the first or second round in the states. They always They faced Holy Ghost Prep. Well, Holy Ghost, which is now Holy Ghost Prep. They're a parochial school. Uh, we've had us in Halifax battle Reading Central Catholic in the 80s, in the 90s until now. Reading Central is now Berks Catholic. You see Bishop McDevitt, football powerhouse. Uh, I just saw a commercial them promoting McDevitt tonight on the new during the newscast. They ran an ad. Uh, a public school can't do that. Uh, and the reason I bring this up was I read from the Pittsburgh Tribune Review, a fan wrote in, and he had no problem with Lincoln Park Charter winning the game, but they won by like 60 points. They won like 81-28, something score like that. And he said they got like 3 kids that are Division 1 prospects. And I read some articles from like 2011, 2012 this evening. They draw from 5 counties in that area out in Pittsburgh, and they get kids from supposedly 50 school districts. To me, that seems unfair. And it seems unfair too that the public schools, they can't, if they would set a commercial like I saw tonight, how many would oppose a public school putting a commercial out promoting their school like Bishop McDevitt did? To me, the only solution that I would have is if their enrollment, if they're at the current the enrollment for that class, for like Class A, if the enrollment's 130 and that's what they have, fine. But if they're coming from surrounding areas, how I want your opinion. Do you think they should take the enrollment where they're, if not only like let's use Upper Dauphin, the Northern Dauphin County, the Northern Dauphin Christian School that's at where I go to church at, David's Community Bible Church. Let's say they have 130 kids, and that's the enrollment for Class A under the PIAA. Now let's say they get from Upper Dauphin, Halifax, Lime Mountain. How many of you would think those school districts should be added to that of Northern Dauphin County if they want to form athletic? And let's say combined, if you add Millersburg, Upper Dauphin, Halifax, Lime Mountain, let's say that comes out to 1,000. And for like Quad A, if it's Quad A and if it's 1,000, what should they play Quad A should they be moved up to Quad A? That's the question I oppose and want to and value your opinion on. Would that be a solution to the public school private school debate, especially in the lower classes? Because I know in football in District 3 there's 10 or 11 schools and only 3 or 4 are public school. Basketball, it's much worse. There's like 20 or 30 teams in Class A in District 3, and there's like 3 or 4 public schools: Millersburg, Upper Dauphin, Halifax, Antietam. Newport's AA. So there's like 5, and then there's like 20 some Christian charter schools. How would you guys go about solving the public school debate. There's been talk, I've heard rumor about starting the basketball season maybe a week or two early. You'll have the public and parochial schools have their own championships, and then once those playoffs are over, a tournament of champions, and that's how they do it in New Jersey, surrounding states. They have like a tournament of champions. Come on my page. Let's see some comments, and I'll talk about it in the next show. The public-private school debate. See, no bashing the pro. Just one honest debate on this. Because now in the Lincoln Park situation, man, you're talking enrollment tens of thousands. If you're talking 50 school districts, especially in the Pittsburgh area, you're talking ton. They would have to be quad A if that proposal would actually go through. But what are you guys' opinion on that? You can comment here. You can send me an email, tweet, text, do whatever. Let's get this. We're gonna up the ante here on the show tonight, so let's get some chatter on that. We're gonna come back, and I'm gonna bring up another hot topic: paying the college athlete. There has been some talk on that, so we're gonna end the show with that. This is the Lowell Rickert Show on the Lowell Rickert Network. We'll be right back.